Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. Nice to see you all again. Been a while. I know I do this every now and again where I go away for a while, do my own thing, come back to the channel. But so I've got a new device, and I've also been on holiday recently, summer and everything coming to an end, and I played a crap ton of the Steam Deck. So I'm going to do a couple of videos. The first one is going to be on the new device I've just picked up, and the second one is going to be on like a travel experience kind of thing. With my Steam Deck, so I ended up taking it on the airplane and playing it throughout the travelling process of the holiday. So yeah, I'll take you through that in the next video. But for this video, I caved. I ended up getting an ROG Ally. I always call it the ROG Ally or something, whatever. ROG, what was it? Republic of Gamers, I think it stands for, doesn't it? So yeah, I got the ROG Ally, as I like to call it, and I kind of want to give you my initial first thoughts and what I've been using it for the last few days since I picked it up. But I'm really enjoying it. It's a great device, and I know it's more powerful than the Steam Deck. I'm not going to throw any shade on the Steam Deck because the Steam Deck is legendary. I still love it, still play it all the time. But the ROG Ally has been really, really fun to play, and just having that extra freedom of windows is really cool. And I'll explain why. There's a couple of games that I've been dying to play on it, and the ability that I can use Windows on it is definitely opened that possibility up. So I'm going to flip between gameplay and just me talking as usual. You know the score in my videos. I'm actually downstairs in my house right now because I sit in the office so much. I wanted to just chill out and relax, and I thought, why not film downstairs? So hopefully it sounds okay. But yeah, this is the ROG Ally. So it's by Asus, and it's essentially just a Windows handheld gaming device. And it lets you play any game that you want, depending on how hard and demanding it is. But people have got Starfield running on this thing really easily. Just to compare it between the Steam Deck. I mean, everyone's probably already seen this device already, so this isn't anything new. I actually have only just picked it up. I would have picked it up sooner, but I just didn't really feel the need to. My friend's got one and he brought it around a few times, but yeah, I just didn't really feel like I wanted to get one. And then for some reason had a massive urge that I wanted to pick one up and see what it's like. But yeah, the screen on this thing is insane. Not only just the fact it's 120Hz, which isn't a massive deal for me because I know most of the games will not even run at 120. And for battery's sake, I've just locked the screen down to 60 FPS straight away. So it's a 120Hz display. Like I say, first thing I did was limit that down to 60 for battery life purposes. I'm not really bothered about 120Hz. I know some older games like, well not even older games, but like some pixel art games like Celeste, they'll run perfectly 120Hz, but yeah, not really that interested. The colour of the display is so good. I'm a bit of a sucker for vivid, vibrant displays, so even if I have the chance to make it a bit more vibrant, I'll do it. I know if Samsung and Android have them AMOLED panels, you can set it to vibrant mode. You know, the OLED has the vibrant option. On the Steam Deck, I've been using the Vibrant Deck plug-in at like 160 or something. I'm just a sucker for them vibrant colours. So it actually does have a setting in this device to set it to a more vibrant mode. So flip that onto vibrant, and the colours look so good. Been playing Hades a lot on this device, and yeah, everything just looks so smooth on it and so clean. So yeah, the screen is really nice. Another big thing about the screen that I really do love is the fact it's 16:9 and not 16:10. 16:10, yes, you're getting a bit more vertical, but a lot of games, especially PS2, which is my absolute favourite console to play on any handheld, is 16:9, and you will get black bars on the Steam Deck, and you're kind of just losing the screen. Like, you're losing most of the display to black bars. And the fact that this is like one of the only 16:9 gaming handhelds out there, like in this form factor, at this power, is definitely a game changer for me. I just love the extra screen real estate being used. You know, you've got no black bars, and yeah, 16:9 is universal, works in any game, like literally any game, except if you're trying to play like extremely old games. But yeah, 16:9 resolution and display ratio is super good. Couple of little tweaks I've done. Most of the games I'm not really running it at 1080p. Again, that's going to take too much power, and I want to get a lock 60. So what I've been doing is I installed this little resolution pack, and they've kind of let you scale down to 900p. And that extra little tweak down from 1080 to 900 is really good. It like gives you a lot more of a performance, but without really the visual impact, because 900 and 1080, there's not a massive difference between them. So playing a lot of games at 900p, and then the more demanding ones I'll just drop down to 720 because it's got quite a good inbuilt think it's RSR, something like resolution booster, where it like upscales the textures and stuff. Like FSR, but it's not FSR, it's a little bit better than that. You wanna come say hi? You wanna come say hi? Hello. So a couple of games that I've absolutely been loving on this device that I couldn't really get working on the Steam Deck. I could have potentially got them working, but it just requires a lot of effort because Linux is a bit finicky with that kind of thing. But I got the Metal Gear Solid 2. I know there's a HD remaster coming out soon, but the Metal Gear Solid 2 PC port, but with the V fix on top. So like some developer called V actually created this big fix for the PC version. It essentially makes it the best version of Metal Gear Solid. It essentially makes it the best version of Metal Gear Solid 2 to play. You've got all the fixes, the graphics are really good, and just, it's like there's no lag in cutscenes either, because I was playing it on the Steam Deck recently and I'd almost finished it, and Jesus Christ, the end of the game where you're fighting the Metal Gears, the lag I was getting through the PS2 emulation was insane. It literally, like, I had to keep switching between software rendering and hardware rendering to, like, it was kind of weird. Like, when I'd fire a rocket, it would lag massively in hardware, so I switched to software. It was so weird. Anyway, that's not an ideal way to play the game. This, however, with a V's fix on the PC port, all cutscenes, no slowdown. It was, yeah, run really well. So I'm in the middle of playing Metal Gear Solid 2 at the minute, which I'm absolutely loving. And another game that is amazing, the PC version is with the fix on top, is the Silent Hill 2 game. So it's the PC version, but there's like a whole ultimate edition of it where people have come from the community and made a really good patch on top of the PC version, because I think the PC version was initially kind of broken. And the enhanced edition is basically just an accumulation of fixes, bug fixes, and like upgrades from the initial base edition. And it works so nicely on the Steam, on the ROG Ally as well. Most of these games I'm playing at 10 watt. I'm a bit of a stickler for holding the wattage down. This thing can go up to 30 and I can play it plugged in at 30. It is hitting like 90 degrees on the fan on the back side of it, which is normal for like gaming laptops, but I had quite a few issues with the SD card. And yeah, I'm trying not to run games too hard. I know it's built for that, but just for me and the games I kind of play, don't need to be like that highly wattage. Like my friend plays like Dead Island 2 and he's got it at 10 or 30 and it's fine, obviously. Playing it on a charger, because that would literally last you about 40 minutes off on battery. But yeah, I like to keep the wattage kind of low. I don't know, just to keep the fan noise down as well. Although the fan noise isn't that loud on this, but yeah, I like to keep it nice and low. So most of these games I'm playing at like 10 watt, and then a few games I'll bump up to the performance mode, which is 15 watt, like Batman Arkham City I've been playing at 900p recently. And yeah, it's just that extra compatibility with Windows that I'm just really enjoying. Like I've been setting up all my emulators completely fine. Although they all work on Steam Deck, the little bit of extra power I've noticed by playing SSX 3, had quite a bit of slowdown in that whilst playing that on the Steam Deck, but on the ROG Ally, it's played really well. And the control scheme as well, I've put on some thumbsticks that came with the Backbone controller, and not a Backbone controller, D-Brand sent me these thumbsticks for the Steam Deck, and I've attached them to the ROG Ally, and it kind of just gives it a bit more space on the stick itself. But as far as the controls go, I really like them. It's got a nice bit of grip. My hands aren't massive, so it fits quite well around the back, but the design of it, I love the white aesthetic that they've got going on. I really like white devices. And yeah, the grip, these two buttons, I wish they were more easily like mapped via the games, but because it's Windows, you've got to use the inbuilt software that Asus or the Armory create software, which isn't terrible and it does work, but yeah. I also wish these were a little bit more like the Steam Deck's buttons on the back. They're quite easy to press, you might accidentally press one, but they do the job. I mean, they're there, and it's nice to have a back buttons for extra like compatibility in games. So yeah, the ROG Ally, absolutely loving it at the minute. I'm still in the honeymoon period. Let's see how I get on with it later down the line, but I will be doing some separate videos on gaming on this compared to Steam Deck and just gaming on this in general. So yeah, if you've got any comments, if you guys have used the ROG Ally and want to give me any tips or what games you've been playing that really do look great on the ROG Ally screen, then just drop me a comment. Yeah, so thanks for watching guys. I'll speak to you guys soon. But this was just like a kind of first impressions, what I've been playing on the ROG Ally recently since I picked one up. So nice to see you all again, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Come on, say bye. Bye to everyone. Now we go play now. Now we go play, go on.